Hey guys, welcome to QuadS Trading. So today in this video, I'm just going to show you guys the trades that I did on the week of September the 2nd. The Monday was a holiday Monday, so the trading actually started on the 3rd. But before we get started, a few things to let you guys know. If you haven't seen the introduction to my trading strategy, click on the link above this video. It will bring you to my very first video, which gives you just a very introduction to the strategy for short selling. It is very simple. I do have an actual course that will go into into details on how to set up your charts, the checklist for the stocks, analyze the stocks and make sure they're not, for example, stocks that are owned by a large amount of institutional ownerships, because those are the ones that don't really tend to do the pattern that I'm looking for, all that kind of stuff. But if you head over to my Discord channel, I do have some alerts there on the stocks that I do trade. And starting today, I will give everybody 6 months of free stock alerts as an introduction to my new channel. But yeah, let's get started. So TCBP on the 3rd, it pumped from the close 70% roughly. Now the trade should have been taken right here. However, when I saw this early in the morning, the volume was way too low. 2K, 4K, like this one here is 300. But then the volume spiked. But because I do work during the day, I have a seasonal business, I do trade and work at the same time. I noticed this trade come back when it was back up above the usual entry. So I was able to enter at a much better price of 849. And then if it does not hit my profit target, which is this purple line, which is the SMA, I just close it no matter what the following day when I wake up at 6:30. So this one here, I only did 50 shares. So a nice little profit of $6, $7. And then the only other that I did that day was this one here. Actually, I did, yeah. So I don't usually trade the aftermarket. However, this one here pretty much spiked like 50-some% within a couple candles. Usually when this happens, it comes right back down to where it started, as you can tell. The only reason why I did 50 shares is this line here is a magnet for the stock price. Usually, we'll say 80% of the time, 75% of the time, it will go up, touch it, and come right back down. So that's why I only did 50. But it did exactly the pattern I wanted. It went up, separation between the blue line here, and it come back down. It touched the purple line. Nice little $22 profit. If I go on the 4th, BNRG, let's find this one here. Same thing with this one here. From the close, it went up 54%, which is over my minimum. So enter here is not a good one because there was not a nice separation in between the blue line and this price. Same for here. I would have not entered here. Nice little separation right here. This is my entry. So at 159, and then I covered at the purple line, which is the SMA. And there's only 3 cents difference between here and here. The reason why is because I have to predict where the SMA is going to be because I'm working and I do a range order. As soon as I enter, I do a range order. Stop loss, profit target. So anyways, 3 cents difference. But if I did wait until it crossed the SMA, it would have been $1.30. I got in at $1.28. So it's nice little profits. Let's say $30, $29. Next one on that day, actually I think that was the only one. Oh no, it's CNFR. CNFR, let's go on the 4th. This one here did the pattern a few times, so I should make sure I'm showing you guys the right one. So as you can tell here, nice separation. Could have entered here, but at 6:15 I'm sleeping. I wake up at 6:30. And it went down, so this is not a trade. It pumped back up. Nice separation here. I entered right here at 170, and the stock did exactly what I wanted to do, and I closed out at 139 at the SMA for a nice $31 profit. And if I go to the 5th, this one here, I actually have a loss on this one. Now, it does not happen very often. Okay, so like I said, this here is a magnet for the price. As you can tell, it came up, came down, boop. See how it kind of halted right before? That's like a magnet for the price. So I actually entered here, 100 shares. My stop loss when it goes for this entry is $1.25 from my price. So if I look at this, it goes up $1.14, and then it drops. So it didn't hit my stop loss, which would have been right here. So I'm good. But if it didn't hit my stop loss, I would have been down 125 bucks. Not a big deal. And it came back down. It never touched the SMA, and it closed right here, 630, for a small loss of $28. And then let's get over to the 6th. No, the 5th. I have a few other trades on the 5th. So let's go on east. This is the 5th. This is a very nice one. This is like textbook system. My short sell one trades. It pumps 300%. Very nice separation. Pop it right here. Boom. My stop loss is $1 on these entries below the blue line, so my stop loss would have been right up here. Never hit it. It came up, right back down. Nice, $54. And then I did an SHPH again. So this one here, SHPH, it was actually a text pump. So I get notifications for text pumps because that's, you gotta watch for them, right? You don't want to enter here, you don't want to enter here because it's a text pump. And as you can tell, it just skyrocketed. So same thing. See, this is a good example of it being a magnet to this line here. So I always do a couple cents below the actual line, so 346, because sometimes it doesn't hit the 346, it goes like 345, or sometimes it does hit the 346, but you don't actually get it ordered in because it doesn't, like everybody else gets triggered first before you, and you actually don't get it. So I do a couple cents below. So enter here, and it did exactly what I wanted to do. It hit the SMA right here. This was actually, so once you hit this, like the second entry, so these are the first entries below the blue. The second entries, so a short 2 is here, a short 1 is here. So a nice short 2, it just means that your profit target is huge. So this was a nice little 103 win. Now what day was this? 5th? Yeah, so now if I go with the 6th, there's only one trade on that one. Fridays are not very busy, but this one here was a nice one. I know from trading for a while now that Banff is one that it runs up quite a bit. Last time I traded this thing, it was up like 600%. So if you look at this one here, it went up 113. There was a nice separation here. I took the trade here. Now the price tanked below. So when the price goes to this orange line or close to it, sometimes when I know the stock is a runner, I will put a stop loss at my entry price. That way, if it goes up, I stop out. If it goes down to the SMA, I take profit. So this one here, actually, as you can tell, it did go back up. So I got in at 259. I got out at 259. I waited for it to do its thing. Nice separation here. I entered back at 254. Actually, the entry is not even here. The entry is right here. 254. Shows a little bit of slippage from when it actually like closes to when you take your market order. And then from here, I actually took 300 shares. That's why I only did 50 originally, because I knew that it may run up. And then once it did its run up and it came back down, I shorted 300 because I was very confident that it was going to tank. And there you go. It covered here at the SMA for a nice profit of $138. So that's it for my trades for that week. It was a short week, so I only did 4 days. But as you can tell, I only lost one trade. That was $28, and I won every other trades. So anyways, if you have any questions, do comment below, or just head over to my Discord. We can chat there, and you get all the alerts. If you want to take the course, it is very cheap. I have an introduction price of $250, and sometimes you take 2 or 3 trades and it covers the price. So yeah, do hit me up on the Discord, and we'll see you in the next one.